Ricketts is at the high point. Jones, Rolatario has a lane. Nicholas Rolatario, the shot. Scores! Holy jumping! The Italian stallion puts the puck in the back of the net. Mamma mia, Nicholas Rolatario! Up the ice, short-handed, 2-on-1. Kirsten has Nixon. Scores! Holy jumping! It's a short-handed goal, and the Oakville Blades are running away with this one. Josh Nixon. McDermott to Israels to McDermott. McDermott down low, centering. Scores! Mamma mia! What a goal! Kyle Potts puts the puck in the back of the net in back-to-back nights. Tic-tac-toe, and the Blades passing comes to perfection. Block that shot, and coming the other way is Alton McDermott. He's on the breakaway. Scores! Holy jumping! His grandfather, Paul Henderson, must be ecstatic about that one because Alton McDermott just scored his first career Buckland Cup final playoff goal.
You're watching Mamma Mia! This is Fire Talk with Nicholas Fiore.
Everybody, welcome back to Mamma Mia! This is Fire Talk. This is episode number 5. And joining me on this edition of the show is Justin Pereira, the Oakville Blades' new assistant coach. Justin, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Justin. So, let's get into it. Obviously, you had your time in the OJHL. 166 games, 106 points. That's not too shabby with a few teams, JRC, Milton, Aurora, and Pickering. First of all, talk about your playing career and then what led you obviously now to being behind the bench.
Yeah, so I started out playing minor hockey here in Oakville, then spent a couple of years in Toronto playing GTHL, and then obviously spent 4 seasons in the OJHL. And then after kind of my playing career, I guess at 5'7", 160, 10 years ago, you're not going to make many NCAA D1 or CIS programs. So, and probably just wasn't good enough. So then ended up just was at what's next moment. So I ended up enrolling at Brock University, got my physical education degree. And that's when I actually started coaching. My second year at Brock, I started coaching out in GTHL. And then my last year in Brock, I coached the 03 program for the Niagara North organization. So it's kind of led me to this. I'm going to start my second year with the 07 AAA program here in Oakville. And then obviously first year now with the Oakville Blades. So
you're the head coach now of the minor bantam.
Yeah.
The Oakville Rangers. And obviously that's the midget farm system to the Oakville Blades, which is a good little thing to have within a system. How good is it in your opinion to have the junior A team, but then right under all of the age groups following?
Yeah, I mean, that's, these kids, they go, every Friday night. We went a couple games this year, watched the Blades, and, you see guys that are a couple years older, and that should, motivate them to want to be a part of the Oakville Blades organization one day. I remember when I was a kid, 10, 12 years old, I would always go watch the Oakville Blades at Canland Ice Sports every single Friday, and, motivated me to want to one day be, in the league and part of the Blades, so.
You're coming from the University of Toronto, 2017, I believe you're there, the Varsity Blues, as the video coach. What does that experience now, how does it help you become an assistant coach for a junior A team like the Blades?
Yeah, just the attention to detail and the work ethic that goes into coaching. It was when I was brought on by Ryan Medell, head coach of the varsity program, and Andrew Dovey, their assistant, the amount of detail they put into just every game, the video they watch, the players they look at, and just the work ethic. They show up to practice all the time, extra early, going over practice plans. They'll spend, an hour or two after practice. How are the drills? How are the players? And they're always critiquing, always looking for ways to get better. So that's one thing I really took from them, the work ethic and the commitment it takes to build a program. And, they took over that program that was last place in the OUA and built it up to now one of the top programs in all of Canada. So,
and it's nice to see some former Oakville Blades players going to the University of Toronto as well. Hayden Davis of last year, Kyle Potts of 2 seasons ago, which we're going to be talking to him down the line as well. Your role now as an assistant coach coming to the Oakville Blades, obviously you know what it is, but how excited are you to take on this next challenge in a coaching career?
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity I've been wanting, and I was very fortunate that Jamie Storr has given me the opportunity to be a part of a great organization. So I'm just looking forward to one, like just building relationships with the players, getting to know them and getting to know what their goals are, and just helping any way I can for to help them establish and gain their goals, but also working with Jamie Storr, Jamie Allison, that's had reached the top of hockey and making the National Hockey League, playing it, having a career in the National Hockey League. So learning from them day in day will be terrific, and also learning from Ross Sloan, that had a great career in the NCAA as well. So really looking forward to that.
Is that what intrigued you and had your gravitational pull to say, you know what, let's do Oakville? What made Oakville so special to say, I'm going to be an assistant coach with this team?
I guess talking to Jamie for an hour over the phone, and then just all the development they do, whether it be from the drills they run, or the off ice, down ice. It's just like, it really intrigued me. And he spoke about what they're doing at the NHL level and how we're going to try to implement it with the Blades, and just kind of really, I just knew it was going to be a great opportunity to learn, and definitely wanted to take it.
It's not hard to say no when you have an NHL guy calling you, isn't it?
No, exactly.
And even for that, I mean, you're a younger guy too, like myself, like Sloaner, a little bit older than us, but still in the same. We're 9 babies. So how is it for you to say, wow, like now I'm going to be helping these kids that are younger than me, but now learning also from 2 NHLers, former NHLers?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's I try to go day by day, just trying to get one day better. That's kind of my
Nice.
motto. So if I could learn, whether it be from Jamie Storr, Jamie Allison, or attending at different conferences, learning from different coaches, and whatever I learned from those coaches that have coached in the NHL, coached pro hockey, junior hockey, and just try to implement it to the players that I coach. That's kind of my ultimate kind of goal, I guess.
Now, what do you bring to the table? I mean, a lot of people, and I've spoke to Jamie Allison already, and Ross Sloan and Jamie Storr. I'm going to speak to a lot more, but for your perspective, what do you think you bring to the table to try to help these kids and to try to, play in dividends to these young kids' futures with the Blades?
Yeah, I guess 2 things. One is, I've played in the league, so I know what they're going through at, anywhere from 16 to 20 years old. And obviously having the goal of one day playing NCAA, I had that goal as well. So more, whether it be in the OHL. So just trying to help them get through the day-to-day process of, making that jump to, the NCAA or CIS level. And the second thing is just, I'm pretty passionate about getting better myself. So anything I'm learning, I'm trying to, provide to the players on the team.
And like I said, you are younger as well. For the future, you probably can't speak to the future of the team so much because you're still learning and you're still coming in, just like Jamie Allison is, even though he has the experience, just like Sloaner is, only his second year coming. How excited are you for the future that you've just seen a little bit so far in the off season?
Yeah. Well, last year I attended a few Blades games, and I mean, the one thing is just the pace they play at. Extreme high pace. I mean, they have really good puck moving defensemen, very mobile, which you need nowadays. And just excited. We've been on some Zoom calls as a coaching staff, and some of the players that potentially could be coming into the program. And I mean, I'm really excited to just start whenever that is. But I think the future is looking pretty bright. So.
And obviously, we mentioned that you're with the Oakville Rangers. That must be a busy schedule ahead. So now you got to manage the Blades and the Rangers, don't you?
Yeah. So it'll definitely be busy, but I mean,
plus your day job, I might add.
You have to have good time management skills, and I think I'm pretty passionate, pretty dedicated about it. So I mean, for me, it's I just love doing it, love coaching. So I'll find a way, I guess.
And absolutely you will, and you want to do something. I mean, we all find a way to do everything. I mean, look what we're doing right now, right? During this crazy pandemic. We didn't get to it off the top, but have you been off and now back to work, or how has COVID-19 affected yourself?
Yeah, so I have my own strength and conditioning facility here in Oakville. So over the pandemic, obviously I was closed, so I just did more kind of virtual one-on-one small group sessions, and now officially kind of opened back up. So that's how kind of I spent pandemic, just over virtual work, I guess. So.
Is that something else that you bring to the table? I mean, that you probably didn't mention. I mean, you have that, and you could give some advice or workouts to these young players as well?
Yeah, I mean, mostly the players I've been training are more younger. They're more of the minor hockey,
okay.
On the verge of breaking into to junior. But that's kind of, went to Brock University, studied a lot of physical education, kinesiology background. So, anything, I can provide to help these players, I will, whether it be, on or off ice. So.
Well, Justin, let me tell you something. I wanted to hit all of the Blades staff and talk to them, and obviously meet a couple of the new ones like yourself and Jamie Allison, and we have to meet like this. And we want to get back to hockey. And I know you want to get going, of course. Finally, your first, I guess, full off season with the Blades, because you were announced pretty early in the off season after the OJHL canceled the season. How have you been involved, other than the Zoom calls, and how are all four of you working together in order to try to, build this good team for the season that's upcoming?
Yeah, I mean, it's just really been the Zoom calls. Like we're trying to put together little packages like NHL clips and showing players, here's breakouts, here's some zone entries. So eventually we're going to progress to that through Zoom calls for all the players. But other than that, there's so many restrictions also put on. You can't be on the ice, and you can only have 4 or 5 players on the ice. So we can't do any of that stuff yet. But just again, weekly Zoom calls with the staff going over, when our team Zoom sessions, what are we going to be doing when training camp hits, and just kind of going over some rosters as well. So.
Well, we want to get back on the ice. I'm sure you want to get there too. So, Justin, honestly, I appreciate this very much. You have a busy schedule, I know. So thank you for taking the time out to talk to me, and we'll catch up in the near future.
Okay, I appreciate it, Nicholas. Thank you.
Awesome. Everybody, Justin Pereira, the new assistant coach for the Oakville Blades. This was episode number 5 on Mamma Mia. This is Fire Talk. Follow us on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all at Mamma Mia. This is Fire Talk. Don't go anywhere, because next week we should have some pretty good guests on episode 6, 7, and possibly number 8. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Enjoy the weekend. I'm Nicholas Fiore, the broadcast voice of the Oakville Blades. That's Justin Pereira. Mamma Mia.
Hits it in. A chance here can develop, but the Blades will look to take it. And Ricketts finds Israel's. Breakaway, Israel's. A chance, backhand. Rebound. Scores! And the Oakville Blades win it here in Toronto. Blades win, Blades win, Blades win. Garvey to Josh Belgrade. Into the zone, Belgrade, Wyatt Allen. These two had some history from Sunday. Blades are in, Chor the shot, scores! Luke, Chor, he's in, and makes the game 3-1 for the Oakville Blades. A little spinorama down low in front of Colton. It's Mamma Mia, what a goal! Game is opening up in a big way for both teams. Ricketts centering, what a pack, Israel's breakaway, the move, scores! What a goal for the Alaska Fairbanks commit, the assistant captain, Harrison Israels, with an absolute dandy, split from right to left, and had Colton Ince legs popped wide open. Now low to Lyons, Jack Lyons centering, scores! The Devil Jacks combine, as that puck popped up like a jack in a box, and it's Jack Ricketts from Jack Lyons.
That was Mamma Mia. This is Fire Talk with Nicholas Fiore. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode.